Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Oh no, that's going to be going on for infinite time. Nice. All right, how's that? Oh, good. All right, perfect. Muy bien.
いつも君と待ち続けた季節は何も言わず通り過ぎた雨はこの街に降り注ぐ少しのリグレットと罪を包み込んで泣かないことを誓ったまま時は過ぎ痛む心に気がつかずに僕は一人になった記憶の中でずっと二人は生きてゆける君の声が今も胸に響くよそれは愛がさまよう限り君は少し泣いたあの時見えなかった
Lovely. All right. I think I'm getting close to the end, so we're going to see if we can power through tonight and finish it up. Abracadabra. So, alright. Start things off with a cutscene.
Ah, Shion, just in the nick of time. Here, lend me a hand while I...
No!
What the... Oh, right. The thorns. My bad.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I overreacted.
Again, Law? Can't you even go a minute without putting your foot in your mouth?
Seriously, it's fine. I'd rather that than people feeling like they're walking on eggshells around me. Besides, I'm the one who should be vigilant
come a
about
long
not
way.
touching you guys, not the other way around.
Actually, I've been meaning to ask. Not being able to touch people,
Oh, I wanted to see something.
does it ever get lonely sometimes?
I guess I never really thought about it in those terms. It was either accept it for what it was or come undone.
If I go to my channel
Before
on
long,
YouTube,
it was just part of my everyday reality. I think I even forgot there was another way to live. Which isn't to say I didn't feel alone. I did. Always.
So numb to
Oh,
your
that does show up on
reality, you
YouTube.
couldn't even recognize
Nuts.
it as loneliness?
That's awesome.
I don't know how you managed.
It's fine. I know I'm not alone anymore.
But I can't even touch you. No way of lending you a shoulder when you're down? Even
I mean, you
Elfin.
can. Just suck it up.
I appreciate the concern.
Be tough.
Until I get rid of these thorns, I guess I'll have to put up with it just a little longer. But not forever. Alphen promised me that. Maybe it'll be soon, maybe it won't be. But either
But
way,
someday, and the rest
the
of our
day will
lives.
come, and I'll be ready when it does.
Yeah, just hang in there. One day, we'll share a big warm hug. You'll see. I promise.
I feel cold.
Boo!
Ah! What the? Are you out of your mind? This isn't the time for games, Rinwell.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to resist with you looking all jittery like that?
It's called experiencing feelings appropriate to the situation. You ought to try it sometime.
Yeah, but seeing you act all nervous, you're making me start to feel nervous too.
Oh, sorry.
Staying alert is important, but too much caution can cloud your judgment. Try to strike a balance.
Aw, I was going backwards this whole time?
I still can't get over what we saw happening outside the starship.
Yeah, our planet's
I wanna learn
really
how to
not
do
doing
that.
too hot right about now.
I've only ever seen
Oh, I thought
Rena
they were talking
from
about the
surface
red,
of Dana,
red ladies.
so I figured it was just another round planet like ours.
True. I was not
Still,
expecting
though,
that. That was kind of
I
crazy.
never would have imagined Rena actually looked like that.
It was really
And
scuffed.
What's the deal with that giant flower coming out of it?
And it makes me wonder if the Renans and the Danans actually lived on Dana the entire time. And like Rena is actually some sort of alien thing, and it just goes from planet to planet, sucking up its life force and then moving on.
Beats me. I have absolutely no clue. It's so surreal. It looks like a broken egg or something.
Rena and Dana. We were taught that both worlds were spherical bodies that floated amongst the stars in the heavens. But to think that they lied to us not only about the Sovereign and the crowned
They
continent,
lied as easily as
but
they
also
breathed.
the form of our own planet.
Dohalim.
Okay, who's the wise guy that summoned us here?
Someone formidable enough to bring our starship along with us.
They must be here somewhere. Let's find them.
Who are
That
you?
beam of light joining Dana and Rena. It was the Renan side that it first came from, right?
That's what it looked like. And then the Danon side responded.
Perhaps it was some kind of directive from the Renan homeworld? To reawaken the Wedge and Lenegus?
Byron Malaza.
Which would mean that whoever's behind all this is on Rena after all. But what are they after? Is it really worth going through all this trouble just to steal Dana's energy?
Try to stay calm. With so many factors we don't understand, dwelling on it won't get us anywhere. What is it?
No, it's just... Zephyr once told me the same thing.
Where do you think she got it from?
So much for me making progress, huh?
You made it this far. You notice something, you change it. That's all anyone can do. But you can't stand still in the meantime.
Well, nowhere to go but in this here elevator. Okay. I guess we're going to Central. I'm gonna have to read out loud some more.
This place looks a lot like that room we saw back in the Forbidden Zone.
Huh? What's that?
Yo-ho.
It's one of those!
A red woman in disguise. Or is this their
Arise.
true form?
So it was a trap?
It doesn't look like it can move.
And by arise, I mean go back to sleep. Help, I'm a turtle and I can't
Tell
get
me,
up.
are you the one who brought us here?
Are you the one who has called me here? Name that movie. I
That is
am
correct.
Mente.
It is unusual for me to have unexpected guests these days.
How about expected
It
ones?
can talk.
What are you?
Hevrect 35.
Hevrect 35. Is that your name?
Correct.
What is this place? No, wait, before that, just what exactly are you? Are you somehow associated with the Red Women?
Before I answer, I have a question for you. How did you all arrive in this sector?
We did not come to this place by choice. Our ship was brought here against our will, by a group of red women who can shift into the same form as you.
In that case, we can assume my brethren who serve the Great Spirit have deemed you all to be a threat most grave.
What do you mean, serve? Are you saying there really is someone more powerful than the Red Women, pulling their strings?
Great Spirit.
What did you do to us?
I examined your bodies. You have not been harmed in any way. Identifiers detected. The Sovereign and Maiden are among you. However, you aren't under its control. I see why they viewed you as a danger now.
Oh, goody. More riddles.
Do you think we can trust this thing?
Like it or not, it may be our best chance at a ticket out of here. Let's at least hear it out.
I shall now answer your questions. We are Helganquil.
Helgenquil.
The red women you encountered previously are a form of disguise we employ from time to time, but not our true form.
Helganquil?
You are on Dake Phasol, a celestial base which drifted here by accident. The will of Rena's great spirit no longer reaches us here. Since my sudden separation from the Great Spirit's influence, I have used any and all means to extend my lifespan. As I have done so, I have also set out to monitor and research Rena and Dana from this position.
A question. What is this great spirit of which you speak? Is it something that rules over your kind?
Correct. The Great Astral Spirit is a large mass of astral energy that fills all of Rena, one with its own will, a voice we cannot refuse.
A voice? Just like Dana.
The voice of the Great Spirit speaks to our hearts directly, and we have served it without question throughout the ages.
Does that mean it was controlling your minds? Wait a second. Could this great spirit be the true sovereign of Rena?
The true ruler of Rena. It could be the same thing that's controlling Volron.
Wait, back up. You're telling us this great spirit of yours is the one that ordered you things to harvest the astral energy from Dana? I'm not sure I believe that.
Why not? We've already made contact with the will of Dana back in the Wedge, and in the Forbidden Zone on Lenegus. If Dana has a will of its own, I don't see why Rena wouldn't.
Maybe not, but think about what you're saying. If Dana has a will like Rena, then that would mean that we've been controlled by the voice of Dana this whole time, just like these things.
Dana's will hasn't been forcing us to do anything.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Let's assume that what Hevrect 35 claims is true, and that we are indeed cut off from both planets. Even if we had previously been under the control of Dana's will, we would have noticed now that we are disconnected.
Your fear is not based in logic. The voice of Dana is much smaller and quieter compared to that of Rena's great spirit. Rena's astral energy is amassed at its center, whereas Dana's is shared among all its constituents.
okay.
So thinly is that energy spread that it cannot coalesce and formulate a will. Our findings here indicate as much.
Which explains why we felt its will where we did. The Wedge and Lenegus are where so much of that energy had been accumulated.
The Great Spirit's desire is to consume all astral energy. And the pursuit of that desire is why you see Rena in
But
its current
why?
state. As a result, it has turned its attention toward Dana.
Is that why the crown contest is necessary? So that the Great Spirit can feed off of Dana?
Indeed. And it was to that end that we Helganquil devised the crown contest. Had the initial spirit channeling from 300 years ago succeeded, all of Dana's astral energy would have been seized.
But the ceremony failed. Lenegis was severely damaged, and you lost both the Sovereign and the Renaissance.
Correct. A change in plan was required to ensure the spirit channeling's success. However, recreating the Renis Alma required a vast amount of energy. That is why we turned to Dana.
So that was the real purpose behind the crown contest. An efficient means to harvest the necessary energy from Dana.
Kinda weird. They needed Dana's energy, so they used Dana's energy, and then they needed Dana's energy, so they used Dana's energy.
You still haven't answered one of Alphen's original questions. Just why have you brought us here to your base, Hevrecht 35?
First, it was to confirm the identities of you, my unexpected visitors. Second, it was to ascertain whether you would be likely to accept my request.
A request? But what could someone like you want us to...
I wish for you all to slay the Great Spirit.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you just ask us to kill your master?
I did. It is in your best interest that you do so, I might add.
What makes you say that?
Lenegis has entered the final stage of the spirit channeling plan. As we speak, Dana's energy is being harvested en masse and transmitted to Rena. If nothing is done about
It's actually almost done already.
it will not be long before all is lost.
You're saying the destruction we saw
Well,
earlier...
but what's
is
it do
just the
after
beginning?
that?
We won't let that happen.
Why do you want us to kill the Great Spirit so badly? Is it to save our world? To free you, Helganquil, from under its control? Why?
No. My primary concern is validating our findings and analysis, which have taken many years to realize. As such, it is my desire to see how your actions impact and change these systems. However,
Vengeance.
I will not deny that vengeance also plays a part.
Vengeance? For what?
In spite of our long service to the Great Spirit, our species is on the brink of extinction.
You mean... you're dying?
At this stage, it would be wise for you to talk with the others. Ask them what you need to know. Once you have your answer, return to me. If you agree to help, I shall fix your ship.
Others? Just how many of you are there?
We are Legion.
I am the only Helganquil who inhabits Dake Faisal.
Hey! Hey!
It's no use. I think it's done talking to us. Let's take a look around.
What does this button do? Alright then. Guess we go to the upper floor now.
You can't seriously be buying anything that creature told us, right? I mean, it's practically blackmailing us into doing its dirty work.
To be honest, the conversation went on for so long, I'm not sure I understood all of it. How about you, Dohalim?
Dohalim's like,
Were
haha,
you able to follow it at all?
I didn't follow a thing.
At the very least, everything it said about the Renin Great Spirit adds up. At the end of the day, this whole chain of events comes back to astral energy. That being said, had we not previously encountered the will of Dana, I suspect I would find its story much more difficult to believe.
The spirit of Rena wants to see Dana completely destroyed.
But why? Astral energy is supposed to be a force that creates and shapes the world.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if we're up against an entire world or what its game is. We're not going to let it destroy Dana.
Right.
There is one other thing that concerns how the Great Spirit, the Helganquil, and the Crown Contest are all part of a centuries-long plan is clear enough. But what about the Renans? How do they factor into all this?
Now that you mention it, and all that talk, Hevric 35 never even brought up the Renans once. And as for the Helganquil, we never did find out just what they are either.
Maybe it had a reason for keeping its silence. Or perhaps there's even more going on. Maybe the others will shed more light on the matter. Let's find out.
Lower level. Aiden. People.
Who are they?
What is it?
Oh, my apologies. It's just been so long since I've seen any humans from the outside world.
Are you a Renan?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. The Overseer told us to answer any questions you might have. Whatever you want to know, we'll tell you as much as we can. But be quick. Our subjects are undergoing a dramatic shift that we don't want to miss.
What a weird guy.
He must have meant Hevric 35 when he mentioned that Overseer.
And what was
You're
that
looking
about
at?
subjects? You don't think he meant Dana and Rena, do you?
There isn't anyone else we can talk to. I guess we should ask around here.
What do you know, Joe?
Can we talk to you for a few minutes?
Sure. It's going to be a while before the two planets undergo their next shift, so I can talk until then.
Please, tell us what you know about the Helganquil.
You mean the Overseer's species? I can't say I know much about them.
Well, for starters, where'd they come from?
Where else? From Rena, obviously.
From Rena? Wait, are you telling us those things live right alongside the
Oh, there's
Renans
no
down
Renans
there?
that live there.
Of course not. There's really no such thing as Renans in the first place.
Excuse me?
Oh, I thought the Overseer explained everything.
Apparently not.
Please, tell us more.
Well, in a nutshell, the Renans were originally created from Danans by the Helganquil.
I knew there'd be something like that. Okay. Say what?
But if that's true, then that would mean there aren't any people on Rena.
There aren't, but there are Helganquil. That's what the name literally means in their language, people of Rena.
But what need could they possibly have to create a whole new race of people?
It was a way to bolster their dwindling workforce. I trust you're aware that the Helganquil are on the verge of extinction, yes? In essence, we were created to carry on their work for the Great Spirit after they all die. They gathered Danans who had an affinity for astral arts and proceeded from there. That's why we, as their descendants, can all cast arts, albeit to varying degrees.
Let me get this straight. Are you saying Renans were originally created from Danans that the Helganquil kidnapped?
Wait, that explains why almost nobody can use Astro Arts on Dana now.
Helganquil technology is truly amazing. The way they alter their bodies is far less invasive than your conventional surgeries.
But how do they use darkness?
They have these tiny machines that are practically invisible, which they insert into their bodies and...
Enough. You needn't tell us anymore.
What?
How can you
I wanted
speak
to hear
so
that.
calmly about all of this?
I guess I can see how, when viewed in a certain light, their ways may sound grotesque. But if you ask me, I think they ultimately did us a favor. They saved us from crawling the earth in ignorance. If it meant their hands had to get a little dirty in the process, then so be it. Anyway, the Helganquil are the real Renans. Personally, I don't think it's such a big deal. They're also mostly
like
the
a true
ones behind
scientist.
what you see going on between the two planets. I think that covers just about everything worth knowing.
Aliens.
I see. Thanks for filling us in.
Does he really expect us to believe that Renans never truly existed? How absurd.
Dohalim,
Just when I think we're getting to the bottom of it all, some new revelation smacks us in the face.
Then let's hope this is our last revelation for a while.
No, I need to know it all. Alright, you're up. Blow my
Have you guys
mind.
lived up here in Dig Phasal with Hevrek 35 for a long time?
Yes. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head just how long it's been, though. We regularly go into stasis, so our sense of time has gotten rather out of whack over the years.
Why are you all even here in the first place?
Originally,
Huh.
this
We got
station
unlucky.
was where we worked to perform maintenance on Lenegis from the outside.
We heard that the facility ended up in its current location due to an accident.
Oh, it was terrible. Apparently there was some kind of accident, and when help never arrived, they presumed the entire
I
facility
wonder if
had
it
been
was
destroyed.
Alphen's fault.
And you've been working for Hevrek 35 ever since?
Well, at first we thought that there was nobody else inside the facility, but then it turned out the Overseer was there all along.
What do you mean?
The
We couldn't see him
Helganquil
before.
have the technology to cloak themselves around us Renans. As long as they don't do anything obvious, a Renan won't see one, even if it's right in front of them.
Which would explain why Shion and I failed to notice the Red Women previously. Do they employ an astral art of some sort?
I haven't been able to scientifically confirm it for myself, but from what I understand, the type of cloaking they use is primarily achieved through mechanical means. In addition, they also used hypnosis devices and information control to get us to do what they wanted without being detected.
Hmm. Hypnosis
It's
control.
a pretty sophisticated
Voron
operation,
stuff.
especially since it avoids any unnecessary conflict. I have to imagine that's how Lenegis is still run.
But aren't the Helganquil themselves controlled by the Great Spirit? If so, why aren't Renans affected by it in the same way?
The Great Spirit's mind control only works on Helganquil, so they had to employ other means to manipulate us Renans.
And by them,
You
we
act
mean
like
it.
this didn't affect you personally. If I was you, I'd be mad as hell at their deceptions.
I mean, sure, I was surprised when I first found out about it, but it happened so long ago.
Hevrek 35 has clearly ceased concealing itself, though. Why is that?
It's dying.
Who can say? My guess is it just got bored, or maybe even a little lonely.
Don't you want to go back home to Rena or Lenegis? Our ship is going to be fixed pretty soon. You could ride with us.
No way. If we went back after knowing the truth, they'd either just brainwash us or purge us outright. After all this time, there's nothing to be gained from going back. We've all agreed it'd be best to simply stay here and watch everything unfold instead. Things are going just fine with the Overseer. Not that it'll be around much longer. It can't extend its life any further. That said, I'm sure it's pleased to see the final stage of the plan before it passes on, though.
By final stage, it means us
Thank you
killing
for answering our questions.
the Great Spirit.
Do you know anything about a spirit channeling plan?
If you mean the first plan from 300 years ago, then yes. Do you know what its main objective was?
Yes. It was to use Lenegis to siphon off Dana's astral energy and send it to Rena.
Exactly. However, there were two problems we had to consider. First was how to collect and send such a large quantity of astral energy without it becoming sentient. Second, we had to figure out how to convert Dana's energy so it would be compatible with Rena.
I take it the solutions to those problems were to use the wedge for the collection, and then the Sovereign and Maiden to convert the energy.
We have a winner. However, the first plan failed when the Sovereign was overwhelmed and became frenzied.
My
The
bad.
reason for that is because the Maiden lost control. I'm told he slaughtered many Renans in Helganquil that day. For the next plan, we tried to recreate the Renis Alma, but we didn't have nearly enough of the other non-dark astral energy types. To amend that, we set our sights on Dana, and implemented a system whereby we could extract energy from it.
And the crown contests began.
Correct. Since the Maiden had been the failing point in the previous plan, it was decided to replace her role with machinery to avoid further
I wonder why they just didn't do both sides in the first place.
Had to be made as well. It was such tremendously difficult work. Its success was dubious. But from the look of things, it would appear such worries were unfounded.
So that's what the purpose of that room we found in the Forbidden Zone was.
What about the flower that sprouted from Rena?
Flower? Oh, that thing. That's the physical manifestation of all the astral energy that's been harvested from Dana. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's quite a lot of energy. At this point, it's likely that it's become physically integrated with Rena's planetary structure.
Hevric 35 mentioned that the spirit channeling plan is entering its final stage. Is that true?
It is. I never thought I would live to see the day with my own eyes. And yet here we are. Are we done talking now? If it's all the same to you, I'd really rather not miss anything that's about to happen.
Give you a front row seat, buddy.
He talks like the potential end of the world is just another day on the job.
Oh, whoops. Ah, she didn't have anything
Feels
important
like
to
our
say.
whole world has been turned upside down. Is there anything we know that's still true at this point?
Seriously, I'm still trying to process the fact that we Renans were created by the Helganquil, let alone the Sovereign and Maiden stuff.
Let's take a moment to gather ourselves. I know all of this is a lot to believe and take in, but I think it's fair to say that we've found the answers we've been looking for. Does everyone agree?
Agreed. Though I'll admit that I never expected it to all boil down to Rena's great spirit being behind everything.
Everything that's happened, everything we've endured, it's all because of astral energy.
And to get that energy, the Great Spirit took control of the Helganquil. Then the Helganquil created the Renans, who
Well,
went
thanks
on
for
to
the
invade
TLDR.
and rule over the Danans.
Plus, the reason the Great Spirit can't directly control the Renans as well is likely because they were originally Danans all along.
Either way, I think it's fair to say we've all had a lot to take in at once. Maybe too much, even. We should probably take it easy and rest our minds a bit. Why don't we all take some time to think things over before we decide on our next move?
That's a good idea, Kisara. If the Renan Great Spirit really is behind all this, then we've got a really big fight ahead of us, because it's not just Dana on the line, but Rena too. So let's go ahead and break off for now. We aren't in any immediate danger, so we should be okay. You sure you don't want to be alone right now?
I could ask you the same question.
I figured I'd get all my thinking in while walking around and checking up on everybody.
Of course.
I'll go along with you. I'm interested to hear what's on everyone's minds too.
Sounds good.
Everyone's just gone their own way, huh?
Yeah, let's hit up each spot. Everything we thought we knew, it was all just a fabrication that the Red Women, that the Helganquil made up.
Right. Assuming we can believe anything that Hevric 35 has told us, that is.
Well, if the names are anything to go by, it's possible the Helganquil could be behind the fruits of
true.
Helgen too.
But if Hevric 35 was telling the truth, and this was all just one massive lie, does that mean everything we've done up until now has been pointless?
No, I don't think so. Or at least I hope not. I think it just means we've lost our foothold for now. That's all.
Really? Well then, if we've lost it, I guess we'll just have to find another.
Make one, huh? I see. Right then. Count me in.
Oh, hello. I'm just an American eating McDonald's wherever I go, even in games. What do you want?
Oh, it's you two. Does he seem like he's doing any better now?
He who? Oh, you mean
You what?
Dolim, don't you?
I know that we're all struggling to wrap our minds around it all, but he looked like he was taking it really hard earlier.
What do you think about everything we've learned? About the Renans and the Great Spirit and all that?
On some level, I'm not even really sure what to think, to be honest. I mean, the Great Spirit is like a huge natural disaster.
You know, to be honest, Dohalim's really the only opinion that I care about on this topic.
But with a mind and will of its own. But if that thing's hellbent on trying to destroy our planet, then the only thing left for us to do is stop it. As for the Renans, I suppose my feelings on that are a bit more mixed.
How so?
Coexistence between Danans and Renans in Menancia is still a work in progress. In my case, I think that's partly because deep down, I was still on guard around Renans. So, to be told that they're like us, that they're actually just like us is, well, I guess it's a little deflating.
My prejudice.
You kept a pretty level head.
You mean about the Renans? At the end of the day, the Helgan Quill and the Great Spirit are the ones who are responsible.
Yes. Shift the target.
At the same time, I realize that not every Danan is necessarily going to believe that either.
I know you're already aware of this, but the list of grievances the Danans have against the Renans is long, and understandably so. And if people then find out that they're all actually one and the same, yeah, I don't think they're going to take to it too kindly.
Even just among the Danans, I'm sure there'll be some who emerge with power and some who won't. I think if we can find a way to get rid of that imbalance, then we'll be in a truly good place.
Well, first we can try to figure out what to do about the existing conflicts we have.
Yeah. It'd be nice if one day people could learn to get past their hatred like Rinwell did.
It's no small task. We can't pretend like the past didn't happen and ask people to forget their very real pain and suffering.
Right. Everybody has their reasons for feeling the way that they do. But if we just keep yelling at each other about it, we'll never move on. In a worst-case scenario, it might lead to even more people getting killed.
And we all have to figure out how to meet halfway. Not just that, but to also embrace each other's pain, in a sense.
That's an interesting way of putting it.
No pain.
It's true. Everybody has their own scars, their own trauma. The first step to healing those wounds is to put aside that hatred. It won't be achieved through reasoning, but I think it's a good first step, if nothing else. And now, I think I see a way to move forward. But to do that, first we need to make sure our planet isn't going to get wiped out.
What's up? Oh, healing! Found me collapsed again and helped me back up? Well, I appreciate it. Thanks to you, I can go continue my research. Oh. For all the good those happy bottles are going to do me. Hello, folks. Did the Renans and Lenegus lose control of their Zoogles? I suppose it's plausible, what with all the astral energy flowing around the place. In which case, the arts that were keeping them in line must have been disrupted. I doubt it was otherwise the work of the Great Spirit.
You both seem
All right,
awfully
Rinwell,
calm.
how you doing?
Only because after everything we've seen, we don't have the energy to keep being shocked.
How are you holding up, Rinwell? That whole talk about the Renans looked like it shook you up a bit.
Yeah. I get this sinking feeling whenever I remember how Danan mages like my family were persecuted and died out. And now, I finally know why that is. But I was thinking, if Renans end up living together with Danans again, then mages won't be such an unusual thing to see on Dana anymore, right? I know it's not as simple as all that, but Danans probably won't be so quick to let their guards down. And there might be Renans who still act superior because of their arts.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Fireball!
300 years of bad blood and prejudice isn't going to be an easy thing to overcome.
Yeah. I know firsthand just how much hatred can take hold in your heart once you let it in. But even so, I was still able to change. And if I can change, so can anyone else. So I was thinking maybe, I don't know, I could use my position as both a Danan and a mage to help bring both sides together.
Rinwell.
These
That
Renans
great
ain't so
spirit
special.
worries
Look
me
what I
too,
can
though.
do.
Dana's will feels so warm and inviting. So why is Rena's will trying to destroy our entire planet?
Now that you mention it, Everett 35 and the other scientists here never really brought that up. Maybe they don't know either.
Maybe. But regardless, at the end of the day, Dana's still our home. There's no way we can let it be destroyed.
We won't. We'll keep it safe no matter what.
And it turns out that Dana actually stole the astral energy from Rena first. And it's just trying to get it back. That'd be funny. What's up, Law?
I still can't believe it, man.
You're not the only one still trying to make sense of all this. Believe me.
Really? You've never struck me as the type of guy to get hung up on these sorts of things.
Did you forget what happened back in Thistleum? Once my memories started coming back to me, I felt completely and totally lost.
It was really that bad for you?
Yeah, it was. But thanks to Law and everybody else, I remembered that I still had things out there worth fighting for.
Man, I think you might be a better
Flip
guy
that
than
around.
me, Alphen.
There we go.
All I can remember thinking was, when's this guy gonna get his act together?
True.
Law.
My
I was too
man.
worried about repeating the same mistakes I'd made back with my dad, and running away from the truth. That was no way to live. And I've tried to stay strong, my way. But all this talk about other races and the world ending, if I can be honest with you guys, it's just all too much for me to handle right now.
I know this is going to sound strange coming from me, but maybe the key is not to worry too much about the big stuff right now.
Oh?
I used to worry all the time about my thorns, for obvious reasons. But I never really opened up to anyone about. And when I realized my visions pointed to a threat that was bigger than me, I didn't know what I should do, or who to tell. But that's when I finally got it. You guys were all there for me, to teach me what's really important. I just had to open up and listen.
In other words, if you let the big picture stuff get you all muddled up inside, you'll begin to lose sight of what you really care about. Yeah, I think you're right.
The thing that's most important, what I really care about. All I want to do is protect the people that really matter to me, to fight for them. That's good enough, right?
Not everyone is
It's
strong
okay.
enough to fight.
Huh?
It's something your dad told me once when he was still alive. Law, you know you're strong enough to fight, and you're strong enough to protect the people you care about. Forget all the big stuff going on. Just don't lose sight of what you want to protect in the first place. Sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It's like a big weight's been lifted off my shoulders. I'll fight to protect the people around me. Just like I always have.
Good for you, buddy. Fight the power. Now, the big one. Sup, doe?
I apologize for making you witness that.
You mean hearing the origins of the Renans?
Indeed. It's shocking to have so many things I thought to be indelible fade away in mere seconds.
Even I'm still not sure everything we've heard here is actually true.
Let's not delude ourselves. If what we've heard is a lie, it's a rather elaborate one.
Just like the cake.
I can only imagine that you must have been constantly feeling like this, ever since your memory returned, Alphen. And you as well, Shion. About your thorns, and being a maiden.
That's just part of being alive, don't you think?
Well, to say the least. But enough about me. I'm not concerned for myself. What concerns me is all of the other Renans out there.
When you say the other Renans, you mean the ones that are living on Lenegis or Dana, right?
Correct. Even if we stop the Great Spirit from annihilating Dana, our problems will still remain. Putting aside the untold state that Rena may be in, if we do not truly belong there, we will have to think long and hard about where it is that we wish to return to.
So, I guess your only real choices at this point are to either stay on Lenegis or come down to Dana, huh? And right now, Lenegis might not even be a safe option.
And at the same time, Danans are hardly likely to embrace Renans with open arms. If the issue is forced, things could turn dire.
And they'll do what the
There is,
Sovereign
after
tells
all,
them.
3 centuries worth of hatred to overcome between us. And the victims of our rule have absolutely every right to feel animosity towards us Renans. Our own circumstances as the aggressors are irrelevant.
I didn't expect the former Lord of Menancia to be so down about people reconciling.
Menancia's fate was a stroke of good luck.
And I
There
was
had been
super
backlash
great.
over how it had been ruled, and I was blessed to have sympathizers among my ranks. Still, even now, there remain ardent dissidents.
But things can still change if you have the right people to help lead the way. Isn't that what you hope to achieve on Lenegis, after this is all over?
Indeed, I have fully accepted the burden of that responsibility. In that regard, I remain determined. On that note, I have something of a favor to ask of you, Alphen.
Oh? What is it?
I wish for you to serve as a mediator so that the Renans can live on Dana peaceably. As the one and only blazing sword, I suspect the Danans may listen to what you have to say when problems arise.
And I take it that you'll be the one to represent the Renans?
Yes. I realize that I'm asking quite a lot of you. However, the fact of the matter is that it will take time for Renans to re-enter Danan society without any bloodshed. That is why...
You're the same as ever, Dohalim.
Is it too much?
No, relax. You get so tense and formal when you're asking for a favor. Listen, there's no need for that. We're friends.
You're too kind. I can see you were raised well.
That's some high praise, Alphen.
Then I'll ask once again.
Tomodachi.
This time just as friends. Alphen, will you help me?
You don't even need to ask. Of course I will.
Thank you, my friend.
Well, it sounds like everyone's learning from their past and using it to create a better future for everyone.
What about you, Shion? How do you feel about the origin of the Renans?
To be honest, I'm not really all that shocked, actually. I mean, I might be a Renan in the literal sense, but I've never really felt like one of them. Right now, it's kind of a mystery.
How do you mean?
Because for a really, really long time, all I ever thought about was how I was going to die. Not if or when, but how. I thought I'd die alone. That fate had me in its steely grip. I would have never imagined that I'd be traveling with someone like you, fighting to save Rena and Dana. I mean, how could I have? It's been going on for 300 years. All this tragedy and destruction. When you consider the Helganquil's part in all this, it's been even longer than that. It was Naori's hope that somehow, someone in the future would be able to stop it, before it was too late. How it fell on us, of all people, to heed that call is a mystery.
I don't think Naori was hoping that we would just stop the world from getting destroyed. She considered me, a Danan, as a real person. And she very much cherished her own people, too. I don't think she wanted the world to be saved, just so they could go back to hurting each other. Oh, maybe this is what she meant.
Huh?
When she said, don't go back to hurting each other.
Earlier,
oh.
About all that stuff, like everyone's needing to meet halfway and embrace each other's pain and suffering.
And blah, blah, blah.
She said that the first step down that path was for each of us to put aside our own hatred. That means forgiving other people. Even and especially before they forgive you.
Forgiving. So it goes both ways, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't just mean forgiving things that happened in the past either. Conflicts will keep happening. If we have any hope of moving on and building a better future, we have to all learn to forgive each other.
You know, you're right. People can hurt one another without even meaning to. I know that better than most, thanks to these thorns.
It's not going to be easy getting past this pain. But if we can do it, I'm sure there'll come a time when we can all truly understand each other. I'm there with you, Shion.
Do you still believe we can understand each other?
I too want to
Man,
protect the
Naruto
world
was
we live in,
such a
and
good
all
pain
the
arc.
people we care about. I think that's the very least I can do to repay Naori for everything
Actually,
that
it
she
should be
did.
Pain was such a
Yeah.
good Naruto arc.
I want a future that she would feel proud to live in, and I'm going to fight for it.
Whoa there, Savior Girl. We're here to save you too, you know.
Yes, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten.
Well, is
Oh,
everybody
we're not going to
ready
go up
do
to the
what
upper
needs to be done?
floors?
I am.
Hmm.
There's a lot to think about, but at the end of the day, Dana's still in danger. I don't care who we're up against.
What are your thoughts, Alphen? I want to know what's on your mind, too.
Like Law said, if we have to fight the Great Spirit on Rena, and so be it. It's trying to rob us of our entire world.
Here we go, the hype
speech. It's going to take not just our home, but all of existence along with it.
Yeah.
That alone is enough to make it our enemy.
Yeah. And so we should forgive it.
That,
no.
One way or another, I think beating the Great Spirit is going to be tied to us saving Xion.
It's the origin of the
You're
thorns.
saying there's a chance?
A chance.
You're referring to the vision of destruction we all saw on Lenegis, I take it?
Yeah. 3 centuries ago, the astral energy that appeared at the spirit channeling ceremony showed Naori that vision. And to hear Xion tell it, it's the same one that she sees from her own thorns as well.
Indeed. Xion's thorns are comprised of dark astral energy, the one type which we know is native only to Rena. And if Rena's great spirit is what's behind Dana's pending destruction...
Xion's thorns are the Great Spirit? It's not actually on Rena like we thought?
We don't know anything for certain. At the very least, though, I think it's possible her thorns are a part of the Great Spirit.
While the main body resides in Rena.
Xion.
If these thorns really are a part of Rena's great spirit, I'm going to go over there and give it a piece of my mind and then some.
The question is, how do we confront it? Suffice it to say, that flower growing out of Rena is enormous, large enough to house the will of an entire planet. The Wedge and Lenegis were both hard enough for us to overcome in their own right. This is an altogether greater challenge for merely 6.
And we only know about the Thorns' connection thanks to Naori.
Hevric 35 has been observing the great astral spirit this whole time. It wouldn't ask us to fight it unless it has a plan of some sort. Let's go see what that is.
True. And then we go to him, he's like, I hoped you guys had a plan.
Our minds are made up. Let's go give Hevric 35 our answer.
So if the Sovereign and Maiden were originally boot-up programs for Lenegis, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins,
Still got a
the
lot of
Renaissance
power.
was stolen. Lenegis is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing?
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I just hope everyone on Lenegis is safe.
Worst comes to worst, Lenegis is equipped with a large number of starships the people can escape in. As long as the whole satellite doesn't
How do you
suddenly
pilot
explode or
these
something,
things?
they should be fine.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's on Rena we're needed, not Lenegis. The people there will be fine, I'm sure of it.
Right.
Can I... What is the upper level? What is this? Ooh! Viewing deck. Oh wow, we are far away. What? Pew! Imagine if it was like radio waves, completely invisible. Oh, my nose itches. Alright, brother. We're ready.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
Ooh, bold
The
assumption.
great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience, and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renis Alma.
We're
You
fresh
will
out of
also need the
Renaissance.
assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renis Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
Ooh, bad
By
news.
my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is
Well,
the
shucks.
most simple one available to destroy the great spirit, and is therefore
All
our
right.
most
What's a more
reliable
complicated
option.
one?
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal among them is so
You
clear.
don't get it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan
Talk
shall
no
lead to the
jutsu.
fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling
When
ceremony.
it got impatient?
We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the great spirit. That is
So I'll just
why
have to
it is
keep beating it
necessary for
over
it
and
to be
over again.
vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the great spirit, attacking it is futile and will only serve to strengthen
Endless
it.
sequels.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renis Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
That's a
It is
stupid
true
idea.
that the Renis Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
Good luck
However,
getting it in there.
Doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Renis Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alphen.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I said
I am
accede.
an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
Yep.
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Sucks to suck.
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Should probably get out before you
I wish
die.
that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Hevrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make
Good.
one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man.
The
Too much to ask
truth.
for Hevrek 35 to talk like a normal person. I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait. Once the Fall Knights is good to go again, we'll be taking off for Rena right away. Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way.
Shion's Fire Master Core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience,
Ooh,
right?
my fire sword.
Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides,
Nah, I
this is the
got
great
this.
spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Hevrek 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
Maybe Alphen's body couldn't handle it, but the Sovereigns could. Voron shows up, he's like, it's my time. Okay. And I already rested, but... Ooh.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
We haven't exactly learned what
You're worried
Zugos are
about the
either.
future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But you still intend to confront this truth head on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew
And
that
plenty
not
that
all
hate
of
us
you
on
were
the
like
outside
that.
still.
There were those of you who were good, and that was a start. When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
He's using some big
I
words.
understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
People that talk out their
So you wish
differences.
for people to form real bonds and do away with
What kind
the
of
hierarchy
madness?
outright. To deal with one another as humans and nothing more. That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make for a fine tribute to my brother's legacy. Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Lenegis when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Lenegis proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand,
Man's not gonna
don't
forget about
hesitate
his
to come get
castle.
me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Doe.
Did you just... Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
People of Rena, what if I told you we were Danon?
Hey, why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
I'm sorry for being stupid
Apologize?
all the time.
For what?
I was being real stupid before.
Eh.
Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something.
We are being
Of course
brainwashed.
You were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you...
See? Exactly.
You really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Believe
Remember
it.
how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
Just like every other
When
slave.
we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning, even if that meaning was only helping you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
I can have blind faith as well
You
as the
will?
next guy.
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
I lied.
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a
Get it
way,
out. Get it
doesn't that
out.
mean we're all Dana's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah. Maybe.
Hevrick 35 might know the answer.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that that's the way it is.
But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now.
That's right. Law wants to fight for me.
So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Nani kure?
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm saying.
Then spit it out already.
Smooth, Law. Smooth.
Are you sure you don't want to get some rest?
Smooth as sandpaper.
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Shion?
Same as you. Still trying to absorb everything.
Hey, that's what Rena's doing. Trying to absorb
Remember when it
everything.
was so
Hey.
simple? We're only fighting all the lords on Dana? Although that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have
I
my
just want to
memories
say,
back. I'd
thanks,
still be a
Naomi.
faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
If you have to kill me, do it.
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevrick 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
It's killed everything it's needed to.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything that
Listen,
we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Shion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
I totally forgot that I put that rabbit tail on her.
I remember how I felt the first time you touched me.
You couldn't even tell from the other
Thorns
side.
made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you.
It's almost like you were numb to the
I don't have
pain.
words for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before.
Yes, electrocute him right now. Do it.
But still,
Oh.
I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Shion,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're gearing up for the final fight.
Everybody get enough rest? We ready for this?
Yeah, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. Can't stand around waiting all day.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for
Easy.
a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear
Worlds. We'll save
Repairs
Dana
on
and
your
the space
starship are
station.
complete. Everything is in working order.
down. Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dake Faisal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait.
Oh,
should?
okay. We're
You'll
gonna
need
pull
to be
the...
careful. Due to the
We're gonna pull the Millennium Falcon move from Star Wars Episode 7. Bruh.
Force field surrounding Rena. The ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil
Yep,
go
getting
back
your
to
steps
normal
in.
once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before
They're gonna
this
have
is all
mental
over.
breakdowns and explode.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
Push-ups, sit-ups, and plenty of juice.
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain.
Because
To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand.
the player makes us. Break the fourth wall right there.
All right.
We
Time
don't
to
have a
get back on the
choice.
Fall Knights.
That'd be kind of cool to have the robot break the fourth wall and be like, multiple chance encounters have led you to this state. There must be another will at work.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Alright. And then we just fly off to Mars or something. Oh, we overshot it. Oh, we got some space whale. Shiny. Yeah, chemtrails.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere.
Yeah, the weird ocean was
Is this
caused by the
really where the
chemtrails that make it
Helganquil
rain
come
all the
from?
time.
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Yeah, it's
Then
all
this must be the
those
hollowing.
all those
You mean to tell me this whole world? the
Hellquins or
entire
whatever.
ocean is that
Yeah.
stuff?
It's all the people.
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude.
Yeah,
Until their whole
Helganquil,
world
that's it.
was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what
It's
Dana's going to
slurping
look
up
like?
Dana's energy like a $2
We can
slushie.
be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Ah, portal. Convenient. Rena. Rena. Don't go into the
So
light.
this is Rena.
I
This is where
can't help
everything
it.
began.
It's so beautiful.
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
What do you want?
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen?
Gross.
You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
Gross.
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power.
Hey, don't say that
Just
out
how do
loud.
we do that
We're within
exactly?
earshot of the
I'm
thing.
guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renaissance, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up.
I don't think it's omnipresent, but it is very present right here.
Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renan rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example.
And that someone will be me. Vote Dohalim.
And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's try none of these. Let's try this one. Oh,
we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Wait, this place looks nuts. Yes, I see. It would appear that I cannot read.
I wonder what Hilganquil's civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry, right?
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though.
Obsession.
You're too
A
helpful to
burning
let
desire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Uh-oh. Those look like they have form. Yep.
Hilganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
We must fight.
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case...
Yep, whipping boys. Oh my goodness.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
And of course, the one person that I need can't cast. Oh!
Another incantation ruined.
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Wait, these things are tanky. Wait, I'm dying. Hey, somebody heal me. Thank you. Oh, man. Bruh. Here, take this.
Shut him down. Ready? Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
You're
Oh.
mine! Here I come!
Rain down the glacial spear. Here's the evil.
Ugh. Ugh. Nice. Big damage. Big damage. Big damage. Damage. Please, no. Okay.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you.
As impressive as always.
Oh, nice.
No, I
Wait, 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 wait.
don't get caught in the blast. Astral energy.
Say no more.
Here's the evil.
No escape.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
All right. I'm sorry, guys. It had to be done.
Alphen,
I know you're only
I
mind
can't
controlled.
forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
Oh my goodness, look at all those Zoogles.
We lose heart now. This whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
Hey! Hey, I just realized something.
Is this about dinner last night?
What? No, I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know.
Because
makes them more
Renans are huge?
intimidating, I guess. Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess.
Hmm.
But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, while I've got you, what's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking, maybe meat?
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Let's see here. I need my grapes. Maybe not grapes. Maybe something a little bit less. Yeah. There we go. Right, thinning the herd.
You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say
True.
that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
No. Next question.
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
Yep.
You're right.
Sucks. Gotta kill them.
Zoogles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
Yes.
It's a nice thought.
And then they became the Grim, and then we had to have specific hunters that would hunt them down.
They attack towns and cities.
Hashtag Ruby.
What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Speaking of which, goodbye, Zoogles. Oh my goodness.
Your reflexes will not serve you well here. Grant me the strength to march on.
Ow. Ow. Wait. What? No. Roll. I'm gonna use my big move then. Because I'm mad that it didn't let me do my finisher. Ow.
We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
No, don't hit her. Don't hit me either. Oh yeah. Shoot him.
Am I on a roll or what?
Or what?
Look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down
There's
to the
not
center
too
of the
much
planet?
towards the center of the
Hey,
planet.
these guys built Lenegus, remember? He probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you
I
think
mean,
we
it's
could have
probably
got
their
along
own
with them?
fault that they ended up like
You
that.
know, if we had met under different circumstances.
Like all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as
We got
being on
along
an
with
equal
that
level
one.
them or not.
I think we
Robot-looking
may have had
dude.
the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In Tragedy's Aftermath, hope is all we have.
Ceaseless optimism.
Just look at the size of that thing. And Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't
Turns
strike
out
you
it
as
just leads
sounding
us right
just a
back to the
little bit,
beginning.
Oh, I don't know, far. There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us.
Exactly.
Why make things harder for ourselves?
And then
You
it's
know
like,
what
what
he's
is a
like, Lon.
fingerprint?
Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Alright, let me through.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
Going up. Oh, what?
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Ah, I've been stabbed. Oh no, I'm far away. Oh, it didn't matter. I still hit him. Let's go. Someone's about to get laser beamed by a statue.
No sooner said than done.
Ugh. Oh, snap. Infinite. See, now it lets me do my big move. Kill it. Oh!
Say no more.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
By the power of Star of Light, rain down, pure light!
What the heck? More?
Dig deep, and we can do this!
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Strike!
Take this. Blow away. Severing wind.
Oh, 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 oh. I'm too high. Oh! Uh-oh, Shion, you might want to dodge. I'm busy over here.
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Will this help?
Oh, I'm gonna get the combo off.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
All disasters made one! Come forth, healing security! Do it! I never miss! Eat dirt!
Don't stand in front of that thing.
Glacial spear! Here's evil! It's over! Come forth, freelancer! Into the shadows! Do it!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade.
Pierce evil! Stars of light! Rain down and pierce them! Here's a healing art! Arcane waterfall! Sleep now!
It's over.
Pierce evil! Do it!
Look sharp.
Lightning Tiger Blade! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Strike.
Do it!
In an instant. Impact block.
By the power of flame! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin!
It's time to end this battle.
I'm running the sun!
Infinite damage. You will be void slashed into oblivion.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. My turn. They smash with blackened blade. It's over. Void blast. Void blast. Strike. I'm not done. Void blast. Void blast.
Only getting started! A whirling struggle!
It's over.
Winds of heaven! First force!
A scream bathed
Here I
in
go!
Oh, we're almost free.
Not today.
This one's mine! A whirling struggle!
Blow away.
Can you take it? Do it!
Kisara, Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
That was a lot of guys.
I think I'm getting stronger.
Next time, send more.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogles somehow?
Whatever they are,
They're
they're
everything.
dangerous. Watch yourselves around them.
Whoa, what is with those ships?
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Oh, you know, I haven't been back to check the owls in a long time either. Oh well.
You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the
Come
Great
back.
Spirit at the
Those
bottom.
guys can't
We
see
could get
us.
there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
These dogs can't open doors. Okay. Alright. I already know I'm gonna have to use one of these. Come to me!
I have a bad feeling about this.
Can't get out of this! I spot a beast hunting, anyone? Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Sorry, we gotta start by trying to kill all these little guys. Oh! No, I didn't get my thing off. Oh, you hit them both.
What was I thinking?
In a bind?
Do it!
There we go.
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Well done! You're mine! It's in the sky, it's mine! Thunder heals!
That hit me? That didn't hit me. No, I missed!
Sleep now. Where are you going? It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Take thunder deal!
Awaken and
Here, let me help. I owe you, Tion. Healing is what my arts do best.
Let me dodge, please. Thank you. Alright, we got a man down. And you're down again. Ow.
Sorry for trouble.
You do the same.
That helps.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Prepare to be sealed. Now I can let loose. Can't get out of this.
Annihilation! Eternal devastation! Stand without a trace!
Eat this on your knees. Blow away. Raining flash. Rending you up. Blow away. Raining flash. On your
Hold on to your art. Here I come! I'm only getting
I can carve through armor.
Rain down and purify us all by the power of flame!
Down on the ground.
Without a trace!
Rotating pile driver.
Blow away! You won't have to wait.
Seismic rupture.
Thunder field!
Blow away.
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Blow away.
Freeze laser!
Here I come.
Sleep now!
No further.
Lord of the
Blow away.
South!
Uh-oh.
Incineration wave!
Anything in armor is all mine. Getting close away. Soaring blast.
Try harder! Not a chance!
Winds of heaven. First force. Healing circle.
Blow away!
In here.
Why aren't you human?
To stop you dying?
We're so close. Okay.
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix
Whew. That's kind of brutal.
I can feel my precision improving.
Canine
Thus our
vest.
strength yet
All right.
grows.
Fantastic. A vest for law. What is that noise? Why is he going? Oh, it's my feet. Ah, okay. Yoink. Platinum chunk. Uh-huh.
Guess I misread the landing.
Let's not fight this thing.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helgankro. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrecht 35 about it sometime.
If it's still alive. Alright, let me sneak around here. Don't bother me. I guess there will be a place to shop since I'm getting money. No.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Come on!
Ow.
I'll heal you now. Oh, it's design. Oh,
Ow.
Burn it hell!
I can't hold on much longer.
Here I go. Sorry, trouble. Try harder! Not a chance!
Thunder heal.
Blew away!
Purge malevolence. Blah, blah, blah.
Coming through!
That was playing with fire right there.
Now!
Literally.
Scarlet Inferno!
A whirling struggle.
No further!
Winds of heaven. First force.
Eternal devastation! In an instant! Impact cross! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Ignite!
Holy land.
No!
By the power of flame. A whirlwind of grace.
Eternal devastation!
Winds of heaven.
Take this! Can't end
Oh, he
here.
blew himself up.
Rise to the shadows. Lord for the sun. By the power of flame.
I forgot they kamikaze.
I must keep striving.
You can ease off yourself.
Pot calls the kettle black.
What is that
advice
thing?
for all of us,
Oh,
to be
that's from the
honest.
spitter guys. Excuse me. Blazing sword.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way.
This might be some decent equipment.
Darn right it is. Where you at?
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
Can I bait this guy out? Come on over, buddy. I guess I have to fight him. Okay.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Uh-huh. Oh, buddy.
Behold, the Earth pulse. Tectonic fission. Down on the ground. Healing away. This one's all mine. Ignite.
No, you don't, buddy. You're staying here. Uh-oh, that's not where I want her. Okay, good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I...
So even a masochist has his limits. Not feeling so great. Okay, here I go.
Good damage, everybody.
Here I come.
Alright, now I need her. I'm sorry, everybody.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
I'll leave it to you. Begin. Here I come. Heal my weary companion.
Don't stand there.
Try harder. Ready to go. Explosion.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
You'll pay for that.
No way she goes out the second I need her. Holy smokes.
Throbbed in pain. Execution. Raising you apart. Blew away.
Oh,
I must remember my limits.
go home, buddy.
Shattering the pieces. The flame inside me yearns to be let free. On your knees. Blew away. Radiant flash. Ignite.
Big damage, everybody, quick.
I can carve through armor. Masterful dash. Radiant flash. Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno. Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
Chameleon
I
High.
expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
More Zuggles. Oops, okay. Where do I go for? Oh, okay. Like, I'm lost! Alright. Oh, buddy. Pixie Crystal. Ooh.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No further. Now I can let loose. Eternal shield from calamity. Here I come. Void flash. Mirage.
Oh.
That'll bring you down. I'm only getting started.
Eternal devastation.
No! Thought I was gonna get it off. I should hit a bunch of them, right? There we go.
Consider yourself finished. There you go, it's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you.
Oh, that was a big hit. No!
Those are impressive skills. They took a life in an instant. Impact block.
Step back. This one's all law.
This one's all law. Upper first floor. Whoa. Far below the surface. Look at this guy. Another lucky bangle.
Maybe it's time I try on something new. That enemy looks strong.
This thing's going to be disgusting. Defeat all the lights that emerged from the wedge. Ah, that's why you do this.
Worth our while to fight it.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Try harder. Not here. Take it. Burn in hell. Time to cross-blade.
I wish I had a lightning move.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Bro!
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet Inferno.
Take this.
Amazing.
Here I come. Hitting harder. Radiant Slash.
No, don't get hit.
You picked the wrong fight.
Go get it. Illuminate the magic and all disasters made one. The helix of fury.
Sorry to trouble.
I can carve through armor. Denied. I'll blind you with a shot. Behold, the Earth's hope. Tectonic vision.
Lightning condemned.
I'll take you.
There you go. Don't let up. Holy rock.
Thanks, Fiona.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Hold nothing back.
Magic is there.
Oh.
I must remember my limits.
Oh. Oh, I did get it off. Okay. This thing has so much health. Alright, later, Rinrel. Come on, get them up. Oh.
Consider yourself finished.
Things are kind of tough.
I think I'm getting stronger.
No. No way.
Don't get careless. I shall ensure you survive this. In a bind. Crush. Eternal devastation. The flame inside me cures to be let free. On your crush. Burn in hell. Take this.
Dang it, it reset. Oh, nice. It didn't matter.
Say no more.
Ow. I'm surprised these guys aren't weak to holy damage. Dohlim, I need you to dodge those. Nice. Gets me through here. Hey guys. Oh, they are blocking something, but I don't think I want it. It's just plants. I don't need it. I don't need it. Oh my gosh, this fight would be disgusting. No, thank you. No, thank you. What is this? Oh. Wait, is this Kasara? It's Kasara. Dang it!
Found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.
It's not for us, boss. Oh man, Dohlim is smashed. Alright, get us in there, boss.
This one will be difficult to predict. You picked the wrong fight. Flew away. Spirits within the soul. Awaken and wreak havoc. Incineration wave. You're mine. On your knees. Don't know what I do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
What?
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah.
I should put him. Yeah, okay. Home run! Oh, I wanted to dodge that. Oh well, I'll just use this.
You need to healed.
Now the mighty have fallen.
Armor won't save you!
Blah, blah, blah. Holy land! Glacial sphere. Here's evil.
You're mine!
Thunderblade.
Not today!
Illuminate the sun. Blah, blah, blah. Magic. Holy land.
Blah 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 magic.
I never miss. Illuminate the sun. Holy quiver. Holy land.
It's over!
Healing circle. Illuminate you without fear. I hear you, Sion. Healing is what my arts do best. All mine can do is cause havoc and destruction.
Oh,
Searing tempest. A whirling tornado.
ooh, big crits.
I'm only getting started. I'll be saving you.
I'm not done! Raining slash!
He's gonna shoot a giant laser. Everybody get up. All right, Rinrel just tanked that.
So you clamor for my true power?
They got into a beam fight.
Heal my weary competitors. Blow away! Ignite! Blow away!
Here I come, Mark. Primed and ready.
Struck!
Into the shadows.
Struck!
By the power of
I'll
flame.
face you! Eternal devastation!
I'm going to
Raining slash! Awaken and reclaim! I'm not done!
winds of heaven.
You're mine!
Into the shadows.
Oh, Theon tanked this to her face now.
Playing nice.
Raining slash!
Don't get hit by the dark breath, please.
Raining slash! Can't get out of this!
Now. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
What is it, Hoodle? You want to go back?
Me too, Hoodle.
Animal intuition, perhaps?
What could be on the other side of this place? Let's not go that way. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's right. You stay over there. Oh, brother. Okay. I wanted to bait one out.
But we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Damn it! Flew away! It can hide itself? Amazing! Not today! Down on the ground! Raining flash! Flew away! Incineration wave!
Okay, that was a good move.
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you.
The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Where's the other one?
Soaring blast!
I don't even know where he went.
Flew away! I'll thank you! Flew away!
By the power of
Raining
flame.
flash!
Finish the
Incineration wave!
Illuminate the blah, blah, blah.
I'm not done! I can carve through armor!
Holy land.
Down on the ground!
I never miss. Rain down.
Try harder! Not a chance! No escape! Eternal devastation!
No, 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 no.
Try harder! Time to let it rip!
Ha! I'm playing Beyblade now.
Raining flash! Flew away!
Here I go. I'm
Oh.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction light.
Take this! You can't get out of this! Struck!
sparkling stars of light. Help! Rain down. Glacial sphere.
Flew away! Burn!
Take this. Freeze laser.
Raining flash! Incineration wave! Take this!
Uh-oh.
Another incantation
Mhm.
ruined.
Eternal devastation! Eternal devastation! Try harder!
Uh-oh. Punch you. Ah! Go, Helene. Oh, he's gonna come back to life just to get hit by that. Oh, never mind. Oh. Alright, just hit him with everything. Uh-oh. Brother.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I've used a bit too much healing.
You and me both. My reserves. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What does this button do?
What do you think this place was for?
Oh, hey. It's a people place.
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No. They appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
How do you know?
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be
I wonder if these are all of the sovereigns.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Danans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
Oh.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Danon, or rather Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
Probably because they were dead.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
Dun dun dun. Is this gonna be Voron? Round 3? He followed us all the way here somehow? Oh, nope. Just a Zoogle. What is this thing?
What is that thing?
Yeah.
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Nani?
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts?
Ooh, look at that torso.
No ordinary zoo. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourself.
Oh!
Odds are off when it comes to this thing.
Shield from calamity.
One more.
Blow away!
I'm ready.
What happens if I do this?
You pick your own fight.
Magic is
Blow away!
No, I can't reach it. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Head is a weak point. We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Now you see what I can do.
Oh, nice hit, buddy.
Blow away!
Can you hit everything? Guys. Guys. go.
Awaken and wreak havoc! I'm in your debt. I'm sorry to trouble you. Anything in armor is all mine!
Ooh, Void Slash kind of does work. No, I got hit by it that time. Oh, it got frozen. Yeah, I got smoked. Blah blah blah. Oh, wrong button. I was really hoping that was my move. It's on this side, right? Yeah. Oh!
Say no more. You're mine. Can you take it? No further.
Guys, no.
Forgive me. This is my fault. Watch yourself. I sense incredible power.
What are we doing here? We're really pumping this guy right now. What is the big one? Uh-oh. Do it, though, Halim. No, the Halim. Oh wait, I need mana to revive him. Yeah, don't get cocky. Whoa! No.
I couldn't make it in time.
Someone get Rinwell up. Actually, I'll do it. No, I wanted that. And I whiffed that one. Oh well, it doesn't matter. The last one, I didn't dodge.
The hell was that thing?
Probably something
Its name
that
was
made
Jeff.
here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
It was like,
What's
people,
wrong?
I can't wait to meet them, and then
I just
immediately
suddenly
gets
found myself
blasted.
contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's
Long
great
enough.
spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down.
That's right.
Right?
Needs its sippy cup.
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dominum's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zeugles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting. But I'm pretty sure they're Zeugles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zeugles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean there might have been native owl species here once upon a time
Aww.
too?
Yeah, my curiosity has been rewarded. Alright, there should be a teleporter place that'll let me go back. Uh-oh.
We're back
Very
in
good.
that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The
Oh,
furnishings
what?
are at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
What power to do this? Oh, I can fast travel? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Alright, I'm gonna need a shortcut before I do all of that. Oh! Excellent. Okay. So, what level are we right now? 47? That thing's a level 70. Regardless. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Here we go. Still some Pelagian stuff, huh? My people are beat up.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
The Realm Unifier. Oh my goodness. An iron pipe? Ominous eyeball, curse claw, and a blistering fang. Adamantine tendon. Dragon blood. Penumbra and ominous. What? Where are those things come from? Ooh. Wait, this looks sick. What? That sword doesn't look too bad either. Look at that thing. 2 dragons? Dragon blood, huh?
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away. You think this is bad, you should see the state of my underwear.
Yikes.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Rinwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about? Thunderblade!
Ah! What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
Hootle is not impressed.
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
So, let's do this. Of course, being the American that I am, we'll make a hamburger.
I'll have everybody...
I desperately need some stuff here. I think I can start selling this stuff now. Oh, I can finally buy milk. I can make so many wonderful things.
I think I'll try to make that new recipe with this.
All right, but I'll decide how spicy it is.
Alright, so let's now do this. I can fight these guys at last. That was not the fast travel point I wanted.
You guys want to rest here?
Excuse me, guys. I have a rather large flying guy that's been beating me up to deal with here. There he is. Oh, I can't do this? Oh. My shortcut.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Excuse me, sir.
That Zoogel's in our way.
It's
I'm ready
time.
to fight it anytime you want.
Let's dispose of the trash.
They smite the blackened blade.
It's a Duvia! Hurt malevolent! Dead waterfall!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
I'll take you all on. The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! In here!
Is this weak? Oh, ow, 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 ow. Bruh. Bruh. Alright, this one is not the one I need. There we go.
Take it down.
Not in your dreams! Blah, 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 Seal! Sleep now! Get on there with the others! Blah, 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 Ignite! Sleep now!
Ow, 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 ow.
Take this.
Where are you going?
Amazing.
I can carve through armor.
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Wide open. It won't escape me.
I'll be saving this one. In here. No more play.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on to your art. Here I come.
Thank you for the healing, Goblin.
Our comrades need our ability to survive.
No one is dying on our watch.
Oh, I messed that up. He got it off already. I'm in trouble. Oh, I'm not in trouble. We didn't get it off.
In a bind.
Oh, ow.
Right. Still anyone's fight.
Now's our chance.
But I'll never back down.
Winds of heaven. Burst forth. Sleep now. Pierce evil.
Within the soil.
No, let me dodge. Thank you.
I'm not done.
Perfect.
We work well together. Like a finely timed waltz.
Nice.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a...
That's right. Just let me get the same level as my enemies and I'll take them out. Right.
in shiny mood.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, what did you want?
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, the person from Calaglia. They're here to help. My friends, obviously. Oh, wait. Yikes. All about the money.
I wish I could get an examination.
Well, if you say so. Let me see, yes, you're in well, alright?
If only your brain could keep up with your mouth. Yeah.
Get rid of it. It is dead. You're welcome. 380 SP. Let's go. Oh! The Lightning Princess. What is this? Dragon. Anti-dragon? What? Divine Saber? Ah. Boom. Oh, I can finally cook ice cream and get access to that? Okay. Now back in Menancia, we had these guys to fight. I remember. Pepperidge
Finally.
Farm remembers.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I did not like the look of these guys.
What do you want to do about that big one?
Kill it. Kill it like the rest.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Uh-huh.
Are those aren't even natural?
Oh. But he's only got 94,000 health. And he's weak. Get him. But this guy's done.
Say no more.
This guy's cooked.
I'm almost impressed. I said almost. Don't get carried away. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
That guy, I could have fought. A long time ago.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
Probably not anymore. Oh, he's right down here. All the astral flowers. Pretty nice.
Hey, Alphen, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
Good.
The Zoogle is gone. It proved a formidable foe, but not formidable enough. The Eternal Protector. And now... What do you want?
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Danon uprising in Calaglia, the crown contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design.
Yeah.
By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
What the hell makes me
The
a
disrespect.
dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Alright, let's think here. Wait a minute! How is a question mark place? Oh wait, is this a fishing place? No, it's not. It's just a... Granite Fang. Ooh. Alright. If I get Dragon Blood, I can upgrade my weapon. But the question is, where do you get Dragon Blood? And, let's think here. This lady wanted this book. That is whatever quest. This thing's like level 70, isn't it? Like, this is absolutely disgustingly too high a level for me. I think a lot of this stuff you're supposed to do, like, either you absolutely grind out the levels, or you... I saw somewhere that there was a new game plus, and it's like, okay, that would make sense for you to, like, be higher level to go knock these things out. Oh, wait a minute. Who's this? Oh. Cyslodian. What is this monster?
You finally made it.
I go down this way? No, I don't. Oh!
Little help!
Not a chance! I'm not done! My turn!
Magic is out!
Execution! Together.
Alright, who's this guy? Sup? Level 39? Oh.
Let's see what
Shoot him! Alright, that's not gonna work. Ah, but this might work. There we go. Good job, Rinwell. Oh, that's her move. Oh, it's one of these things.
I'm coming down with something great.
Dohalim, no.
Ability to read the room?
A malady your art cannot fix.
Not today! A whirling struggle. Into the shadow! Winds of heaven! Burn forth! Blow away! Sleep now! Down on the ground! I'll be saving this one! Blah, blah, blah! On your knees! Explosion! This one's mine! More resistance!
Oh.
In the soil.
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
I can carve through armor!
Freeze laser! One more time!
There we go.
I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Rending you apart!
And I whipped that. Nice.
Take this! Try harder! The flame inside me yearns to be let free!
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Oh, that's that new move I gave her. I was like, holy smokes.
That move!
Here comes the big one! My turn! Try harder! My turn!
I'm ready! Outstanding form!
Voice blast!
No.
Awaken and recall! Strike! Voice blast! Masterful strike! On your
Whirling struggle! Spear! Winds of heaven! First form! Sleep now!
strike!
Let's get you off
Force
that
blast!
spear! Not evil!
Penumbra! Blow away! Incineration wave! We've got him on the run!
Don't get cocky!
Right. Still anyone's fight. Blow
Let's
away!
get you all tucked away!
Struck!
By the power
I'm
of
not done!
Vanish without a trace!
Rending you apart!
Oh, he doesn't know what to do.
In here!
Heal my weary Win! This one's all mine!
Security!
Voice blast!
Maelstrom! I can do this
Severing wind!
Oh, he's standing right in the maelstrom. Let's go.
Struck! Ignite! Do it! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Later, bud.
I still got a ways to go!
Where's this client at? Probably here? Maybe not. Here it is. Give me my 300 SP.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here.
Yeah. The dirty deed has been done. The Rapig Minnow. Oh, I got a lure. How nice.
What was that all about?
He just thinks something's going on between me and Rinwell. And Rinwell being Rinwell took it the wrong way. Which means now I'm getting an earful from both of them.
That really didn't explain anything.
It made perfect sense. What do you mean? Alright, so this guy's level 70, and I am still in my 40s, right? Yup. But perchance I could fight. Oops. The other light. Let's see, the air thing. And then there's this place. Whatever this is. Actually, I think this is perfect for my level now. Let's hit up the inn real quick. Also, I'll use this time to...
That was quite the little...
Yeah. Yes. Ice cream!
Easy peasy. I knew I could handle it. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
She'll be happy all the
It's none of your
time.
business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
And with that, I get a new ability. Boom! The Sugar Connoisseur. Aqueous Surge. I'm gonna have to drop that. She got what, 15 hundo points, and I could. Oh, obviously, KO prevention. Easy. Alright, so... Starships.
You finally made it.
Are we underground? This looks like the inside of some kind of ancient structure.
It seems likely that we're in a Danon temple, instead of destroyed. It must have been buried and preserved. Either that, or it was constructed underground to begin with.
I think I should be around the right level for these things now.
Careful! We've got company!
What the? Are those statues moving?
And attacking!
No, it's getting away. Ow. Somebody hit this thing. Ow.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
You dirty dog.
Why'd you hit him?
You knock that out.
Right.
Here we go. Look at these things' eyes. Will you give me my ominous eyeballs? Wait a minute. Weak to wind?
Ignite! Say no more.
Hydration orb? Oh no, don't! Oh, I can't finish this one, I don't think.
Behold, the Earth host. Tectonic vision.
Oh, sick.
In an instant. Impact block. We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Healing circle.
Now I can let loose.
Feel.
I'm ready.
Astral energy.
Say no more. Not a chance.
Pierce evil.
Win.
More without
Force
evil.
flash. Strike.
Do it.
River.
There we go.
Energy.
Say no more.
What the hell was all that about? Those things didn't even look alive, let alone like
Our footsteps are so loud.
Part of these ruins, but it seems the astral energy changed them somehow. If I had to guess, I'd say there's something bigger lurking within that wants us gone from this place.
Whoever or whatever it is must really value its privacy.
I didn't get anything for that. Bruh.
You picked the wrong fight. You're mine.
Armor won't save you.
You're mine. Strike.
I never miss. Into the shadows.
No.
Let's get you off my way.
It's on.
Astral energy.
Say no more. My turn. Void flash.
I'm gonna do something here. Hit this button.
It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire.
Hey, good job.
Annihilation. A whirling struggle.
We're just going to
A whirling struggle.
summon up 7 trillion cyclones.
You picked the wrong fight.
Masterful dash. Cyclone. Explosion. Do it, Alvin. Astral energy.
Say no more.
A whirling struggle.
I could do without this pain.
Winds of heaven. A whirling struggle.
You must be tired of healing me. I'm merely doing what I can to help. Glad you're on out.
A whirling struggle. Winds of heaven. First force.
I'm ready.
Alvin. Astral energy.
Say no more.
By the power of flame.
Severing wind. I'm ready.
Alvin. Astral energy.
There we go. That's a lot easier. Is there anything hidden over here? Doesn't look like it. No treasure chests or nothing. Okay.
Reflect on thy sins.
Okay.
A whirling struggle. Winds of heaven. First force.
Rending you apart.
Cyclone.
Bloody howling.
A whirling struggle.
You picked the wrong
Winds
fight.
of heaven. First force.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it. I'll leave it to you.
A whirling struggle. Winds of heaven. A whirling struggle.
Nothing.
A whirling struggle. Hold it together.
What the heck?
It's do or die. A whirling struggle. Explosion. Winds of heaven. First force. Here's a healing art. Cyclone. Tempest roar. I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus roar. Here's a healing art.
Thanks, Shira.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Flare tornado.
Oh my goodness.
In a bind?
I can handle it.
This debt shall not be forgotten. Dent in the wind! Spirits within the soil, awaken and wreak havoc! I'm ready!
Sion, astral energy, full throttle!
From beyond,
I'm only getting a whirling struggle.
shine!
Winds of heaven, burst forth, resuscitation, cyclone! A whirling struggle. Winds of heaven, burst forth!
Take this! Wind soaring black!
Holy smokes, guys.
Whirling struggle. Winds of heaven, burst forth!
Regenerate!
Sorry, I didn't want to put you out.
But our friends for we can't depend on them.
You're right. I'll bear that in mind.
Tempest whirl!
Used too much. I'm ready! In an instant! Impact claw! Shine! Radiant light! Full of regeneration! Regenerate! Demon fang!
Thank you for the healing, Dovaline.
Our comrades need our abilities to survive.
Right. No one is dying on our watch.
Cyclone!
Here I come! I owe you. Finish it! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Oh, I forgot the Helene's got a really mean wind move.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Here I go! You're mine! A whirling struggle! Winds of heaven! Burst forth!
Eat dirt! Soaring blast! Demon fang!
Tempest whirl! Raging storm! Tempest whirl!
Can't move!
What?
Give up! Raging storm!
I am not beyond fury.
How did that happen?
This should do it. Eating pile driver. Demon fang!
Raging
Shine!
storm!
Radiant light! Here regeneration! I'm ready!
There we go.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
I'm ready!
The ancient Danans must have built it to honor the strength of the astral energy that runs through here.
But if that's the case, what does it have to do with that face we saw above ground?
Without further research, wouldn't be able to say.
Let's go like this.
Down on the ground.
Conference the best meditation
Heal my weary companion. Is this it? Oh, forgive me.
Tempest whirl! Explosion! Ice prism! Hey, help this!
You're not done yet.
Will this help?
There!
Raging storm! Ice prism into the
I don't know what I'd do if
Oh, Helene.
Time to let it rip.
Now isn't the time?
I really don't.
whirl! Resuscitation!
Not today.
Will this help?
My pride is my
You're mine. No escape.
Raging
Swallow
storm!
blade. I owe you one.
And again! Ice prism!
Here I come.
Something they can't really see us.
Finish it.
Melting! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Wait,
Pierce evil!
I forgot somebody else that also has a really good move.
Can't end here. From beyond, imbue
Look at that.
with soul with life. Resuscitation.
That'll bring you down! Zephyr Trident! Heaven and earth! A wailing banshee of lightning! In here! Sighted! No more Miss Nice Girl! All disasters Zephyr Trident! Come forth! Helix of Maelstrom! I can do this all day!
I'm ready.
Dohaline! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. From beyond, imbue
Zephyr
this
Trident!
soul with
Dohaline
life.
Supernova! Purge Zephyr Trident! Magic is out! Sleep now! Let's get you all tucked
Shine.
away!
Radiant light. Full
Here goes!
regeneration.
Whoa! Hey! One at a time! Magic
Maybe
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
she'll keep Sarah a little kindness, huh?
She is strong. She can handle it.
is in the sky!
You can be really dense, Dovaline.
Let's get you all tucked away!
See? Just like that.
Lightning Tiger Blade! Shine!
Radiant Light! Hey, drinking! Sharply Demon Fang! Blah, 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 magic! In here!
Finish it!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
No, Alphen went down.
Masterful Fang! Illuminate the dark!
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Block! Do it!
I hope this medicine works.
Breath of life! Heal my wearied companions! Cure! Thanks!
Yo!
Breath of life! Heal my wearied companions! Cure!
I owe you.
Dead end. Not dead end.
Lightning condemned! Thunder Trident!
Portal Blade!
A wailing banshee of lightning!
This one's mine!
Divine savior! A whirling sail! Help this! Winds of heaven! Burn here! Zephyr Trident! There you go! Don't let up! There! I'm only getting started! Sleep now! Here I go! Zoe!
I was gonna say, if this thing resets, I'm gonna be so sad.
You're open! Here goes! Zephyr Trident!
Look at that. That's a lot of lightning.
No further!
Sleep now! Where are you going?
Awaken and wing circle! Not today!
Winds of heaven! First Zephyr Trident! In here!
Finish it!
Alphen! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Now! Help this! Zephyr Trident! Thunder Field! Purge
Eat dirt!
Drop now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
You're open! Malevolent!
Here I come!
Big waterfall! Field! Zephyr Trident! More for the stockpile! Zoe! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ash!
Now, water! Primed and ready!
I'm ready!
A banana! Astral energy!
Say no more!
Okay.
Zephyr Trident! Here goes!
Can't get out of this!
Charge Malevolent! Far enough!
Ignite! Eating pile driver! Blue escape! Sharply cut! Demon Fang! Down on the ground! Soaring blast! Here I come! What? Demon Fang! You require
Zephyr Trident!
Take this!
Uh-oh, I put him right in the middle of that.
I'll smash you!
I'm ready! Zephyr Trident!
Oh, ow.
Zephyr Trident! Thank you, Zohaline.
I only did what any other would.
I think you're nicer than you let on. It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Zephyr Trident! A drinking orb! One at a time! Forward up! Holy land! Right now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
A whirling Trident!
Heal my weary
Winds of heaven will change between
Burn in
heaven and
hell!
earth!
Cure!
A wailing banshee of light now!
Blow them away!
No defense!
Demon Fang!
Zephyr Trident!
Alvin just keeps losing all his health. Wait a minute. Ah, that's why. I was like, bruh, there's no way.
Then tonight's meal is on you. Look up.
Alvin, this ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Joleen, this one's got your name on it.
Benediction light.
Would have saved myself a lot of stuff if I had just known that that was like that in the first place. Oh well. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay.
This place is rather
What
gloomy.
is this?
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
The Earth Spirit Temple. Grand Gnome, level 65. Bro.
Something feels different.
Stay sharp. It looks like we've got trouble.
Yeah. We can tell.
We've got orbs incoming.
Use my Zephyr Strike.
Summon them.
The last thing we need is a crowd. Let's dispatch them quickly.
Benediction light.
Here's the Zephyr.
So you want me, do you?
Its armor's too strong. Then I'll split it open.
Bro.
Be my guest.
This thing went from doable to impossible.
Zephyr Trident. Zephyr Trident. I'm only getting.
Our attacks just bounce off.
We may have to wait for now.
Wow, that almost one-shot me too. Okay.
What the?
Yeah, alright. Huh. And that's a soft lock, huh? There's no way. Let's think here. Where was this at? Okay, this was before that. Alright, sick. So, level 65 is just a bit out of reach. Because it's one-shotting all my people. So... that makes me kind of sad. Is there anything... Go talk to this person real quick. I think we might just finish it
Finally.
later. Notice from Noshio that says the wedding is to be held at Sexlio Temple. Seems the big wedding is upon us, and I'll think of a happier occasion. Their future. Aw. A wedding?
Saxleo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for this. Hey, Shion. How are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just... I don't know. I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion, but that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that
That's
was a
true.
long time ago.
Racist.
There were lots of things I didn't understand back then.
Rinwell.
Not that that's the
Racist
point.
Rinwell.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind, and if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just
Whoa,
have a
whoa,
point.
whoa.
I'll give it a
Let's
shot.
not be giving away all the secrets.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Thank you for coming, Lord Doherty.
Oh.
Getting married in his armor. Nice. Sir Noshio and his soon-to-be wife, Kagari.
Just great.
Now then, a toast to to this loving couple's eternal happiness, as well as peace and prosperity between Dana and Rena. Alright, time for the big bouquet toss. I hear that if you can't catch a bouquet at a wedding, you'll be single and alone.
Nice try, you two. Better luck
But-
next time.
Never. Why?
Wait, something's wrong.
I couldn't catch it. I'll always be alone. How could I? Oh, please. I'm so lonely.
Oh no. This is just like what happened before. Alphen!
I'm alone. I'm all alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it? There aren't any thorns this time. Oh, I've got it!
Alphen?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. And it wasn't just one bouquet either.
There'll be plenty more bouquets to catch.
There's also this one from me. So please, don't give up. We'll fight this together. Shion!
You dummy! That's not what I was upset about. How many times do I need to tell you not to blindly rush into things?
What?
That said, it does make me feel better.
Why is subtitles so much different from the voice acting now?
Even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And I made another one to go with it, so it wouldn't be lonely either.
You never cease to amaze me, Alphen. See.
Oh, the Caryatid bouquet. The wedding cake cutter. And a silver suit of armor. Transcendent matchmaker. The sanguine blossom.
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just
Hush. Be quiet for a moment. The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
really?
Oh, those are considered
Do you
artifacts?
hear any voices coming from the...
What? No! Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been reassembled. Its streamlined shape, its geometric patterns.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
True.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
Feeling better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
Equipment. The wedding cake cutter. Oh my goodness, that's even better. Oh, I got silver armor. Oh, it's probably this. Oh, or not. Oh, here it is. Silver. Wait, I thought I had this already. Maybe I'm going crazy. Oh, here it is. Silver suit of armor. Wrought from pure silver, this armor was made to aid the rescue of a tower-trapped princess. The man who donned it never reached the top. Aw. A quest. Oh. Another quest awaits. Oh. Alright. Let's call it there for now. And tomorrow we will complete the game. Just in time for Monster Hunter. Alright. Thanks for watching and have a good night.